Welcome creators, I'm the Hommeyosh, and this is my channel, where we create, inspire, and explore game development in Unreal Engine. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the melee attack and idle animations using blueprint anims with blend pose inside the Unreal Engine. We'll go over how to retarget animations, blend the upper body for clean attack motions, and integrate everything to a third-person character. With that said, let's jump into the editor. Okay, before we go into the editor, I want to download some animations from FAB. I'll be leaving the link to the description below. This is the sword animation. It's free on FAB. I just add it to your library and then go to your Epic launcher. Let's go to the Unreal, go to the libraries, and scroll below your projects where you have FAB libraries. Just type in sword. And there's your animation right here. So if you go to your, just add it to your project, you should have no problems. Okay, so I'm going to open up my editor now. First I want to change this guy's material. So I'm going to go under my third person blueprint character, under the third person BP third person character. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to go into the viewport. I'm going to check on my character here, and I need to switch these around. 2 needs to be on top and 1 needs to be on the bottom. And I need to change this to the Manny. But one more thing, I want to change this material to, so I'm going to open up the material, and right under color base, all I have to do right under click on tint, raise the bar a little bit. I'm going to change this into gold. Okay, I'm going to close that. Go into my other one here. Double click on it. Do the same thing. Okay, and that's that. Next thing I want to do is go to the animations that I just dragged in, the sword animations, and I'm going to go into the animations folder here, and I want to select all of these, and I want to right click and I'm going to replace skeleton, and the skeleton I want to replace is the same skeleton that we use in the third person. So if you go under the third person mannequin, the skeletal mesh, and just go in this little magnifying glass in the folder, it will show you the SK mannequin. That's the one we want to use. Bring that back up. SK mannequin. Okay, so let's go back into where we're at. Back into content drawer, under contents, sword animations, under animations, select them all, right click, replace skeleton, and that was the SK mannequin. And you can hover over it and it'll give you a display where it comes from game character mannequin mesh. Because the mesh in this one is the SK sample, and that is from the sword. So it's something these two are totally different. So this is the one it has, this is the one we're switching to. So I'm gonna hit OK. As you can see, they're all lined up. Now there's one more thing that we have to do, is we have to retarget these animations. So we want to right click, go up to retarget animations, and we want to make sure this is the SK Manny. Okay, SKA Manny, and you hover over it, it says game character mannequin mesh, and that's what we want. Okay, so the one that we are it's retargeting from is the SKA mannequin from the sample, SK mannequin sample. You'll see if you highlight on it, it'll say game sword animation demo character. Okay, so this has the all the animations we want So I just want to select all of these all the way to Anim Special. So with all those highlighted, what we want to do is retarget assets, and we'll take it to the character, mannequins, and we want to go under animations, and we want to do the Manny animations. Now you do, if you want to keep the Quinn animation, that's fine. You just got to do everything under Quinn backwards, what I just did. So we just export, and that should do it. Now you'll get this that pops up. It shows that what it's retargeting, all the animations, and a double check to make sure everything went through. What I'm going to do is just open up the character animation blueprint. So I'm going to go to contents, and I'm going to character, and I open up the mannequins. This is the old UE4 mannequins. This is the new one since the Unreal Engine 5 came out. And that's the one you want. Under animations, I'm going under the animation blueprint mannequin, Manny. And that's the one I want. Okay, now that we're in the Anim graph, if you go over here under the asset browser at the bottom, you'll see that we have the Anim idle, Anim F2 run, and the Anim block idle. We got all the animations already tied in to this skeleton character. So all that is correct. So now what I want to do is I want to go under to the main states. Let me just go into the Anim graph, and first I want to go over locomotion. And under idle, I want to drag in the Anim idle and go ahead and plug that in. But there's a few things I want to do with the Anim idle, so I'm just going to double click on the Anim idle, and I just want to make sure that it is looping. So we'll just go ahead and check loop there. And then we'll go and save that, go back into the blueprints. So we'll just check if that's working. And we got that working. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to take care of the jumping. Because if you look, when he jumps, his mace crashes into his head. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the Anim graph. This time we're going to go under the main states. Now, as you can see, this control rig I dragged, it's probably connected in yours. I took it out. You don't need it right now. It just makes things more confusing. So I'm going to go back into the main states here, and under the jump, we are the fall loop. We're going to go ahead and do some things to this. So what I want to do is I want to add a layer blend purpose. Oh, where is it? Layer. Per bone. Okay, layer blend per bone. There it is. That's what I want to do. And I want to have the base pose as the fall looping, and we're going to go ahead and connect that. But my next one I want to put in is this Anim running F2. As you can see, his pose is a little different. Oh no, there it is. But I want to go ahead and drag that in here, and I want to change some things though. Over here in the details, it has branch filters, and under layer setup, under the branch filters, in the layer setup, I want to go ahead and add element, and under the index, drop down, and I just want to put the bone's name here, and that would be lower arm right. So okay, no caps, just lower arm right. Okay, and you can go inside the skeleton and make sure that that's spelled correctly, because go into the skeleton tree, put lower, not two E's, we want an arm there. There it is, lower arm right. And you can also go ahead and copy bone name, and then just make sure that's correct. Hit Control V, So now that's already, the only thing inside this animation that is going to be blended is the lower right arm that is holding the mouse here, or the mace, the melee weapon. So I also want to do that to go back into the anim graph, the main states, and I want to do that the same thing to the jumping. So let me actually go back here, and I want to copy this. Okay, so we want to go to the, no, we want to go, let me go back here, backwards. Double click on jumping and paste that in here. No. Paste that in here and use the M jump as the base. Go ahead and put that in there. Copy, compile and save. And just make sure everything's set up correctly. Under the branch filters, we have the lower arm. Now, if you wanted to make the left arm do the same thing, you can go ahead and add a second one in, as you can see in the index, and you just go ahead and put lower, say lower arm. Oh, I put that. Let me just do that a little easier there. Copy this. Let me go ahead and paste it. Now I'm just going to change the R to left. Now when you compile, the left arm is going to do the same. So now, so there's his idle. Now when I walk, everything's being a little slow here. And you can see as when he jumps, he's not hitting the head. Let me see if I can do something about this speed. All right, there he goes. Now when he jumps, the mace isn't clashing with his head, and his left arm is doing something different. So you see it all blends together. And you don't need to spend a lot of money on animations, just use these blend pose or layer blends. They work great. Now we get to the attack animation, which we're going to use. We got to do some things with the attack, so let me go in here. Let's go back to the sword animations. Under animations, he was the animation attack medium 1. No, we want animation attack light. Well, let's see which one works the best here. Let's try this one out for size. Okay, let me stretch this out here so everybody can see it. Okay, what I want to do is see where he's jumping. I want to keep him. I want to scroll down here under the asset details, and I'll show you his root motion. That shows his root motion. So we're just going to go and keep root locked. So he goes flying everywhere. So we're just going to keep that locked. So that looks good. So we're going to close that out. We'll just bring that up here to the rest. So now I'm going to open the content browser. And what I want to do is I want to make this create a new Anim Montage. So go ahead and create that, and then we'll just go ahead and enter. Okay, so after we got that created, I want to go into the character blueprints here. And I'm going to go under the event graph, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. We got the death, we got respawn, we'll just put it down here. I'm gonna hit left mouse button. We could make a key input, but I'm just gonna keep it like this. So left mouse button is what we want to get. It's an event. We want to have play Anim Montage. There it is, play Anim Montage. That's the one we want. And we're gonna go ahead and connect it. And then get our montage. Compile, save, hit play. And there we go. but he's not doing the animation that we want correctly. It's not working right. So that's one thing about these animations, they're a little off. So I'm going to go back into the attack light animation, and just like before, scroll down to force root lock. That stays put. Make sure that I'm using SK Manny. Save that. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this up here for later. So we want to make a montage out of this. So we right click, create montage, and a montage. Okay, hit enter. So we're going to go back into the blueprints. So you just find out what animation works for you. This is the light. We're going to compile and save it. So we can also put a layer blend on that if you don't want his legs to be moving. But I want to go back into the viewport. Now with the weapon selected, I want to go ahead and make sure that I have the parent socket to his right hand. It makes everything easier. For some reason, I was having trouble by using the socket that I made, and I don't know if you're having the same problem, it's just flying off and still doing the same animation when he jumps, hit him in the head. So I found out just lock it to his right hand ties in a lot better. And I also want to change this position. Actually, I want to bring this down a little bit. Make sure it's looking good in his hand. Oh, I got this on 10. Let me go ahead and take this down a little bit to 1. So it's not locking. I'll go hit E. Let me go ahead and turn this a little bit. File. I still don't like it. Just bring it down a little bit. So you just mess with your settings here. Get everything to where you want it. There he goes. He follows through. Now, if you wanted to get rid of the leg movement, so he's just using the upper body, we can go ahead and do that. We just go back into the anims now. And you go back and where was I at? Main states, locomotion, the anim graph. That's where we want to go. So this is where it is playing the animation from right here. So what we want to do is we want to get one of those layered blend per bone. So we're going to go ahead into our skeleton and we're going to look up spine. So you can see spine 1 is the lowest one, so we're going to use spine 1. So let's go back into the AP Manny. So under the branch filters, we're going to add element. Under index, we're going to bring that down, and under bone name is where we're going to put in our spine 1. Okay, and to make sure that that was spelled correctly, go back into the skeleton, just right click, copy bone name, and just go ahead and copy, or just go ahead and paste it in there. See, I had it wrong. I didn't have the spine 01 in there. Okay, so next we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this one down to the blend pose to the 0. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Alt, bring this down here. We're going to connect this into blend 0. Let's move this, it's not in our way. And then we're going to get our main states. Okay, we're just going to copy and paste main states and just plug it in there. That's the best thing to do. So now we compile. Everything's working right. We save it and hit play. Now it's just using the upper body. So I found, I guess we're going to use pelvis. There it is, pelvis. We're going to copy this one and you just play around to see which blend works for you. So we're going to go back into the layer blend and we're just going to put pelvis. Compile and save. And this isn't the best animations. You can probably find better animations, but so far this is the freebie that I found. There's other ones out there. You can just follow the same steps, use different animations. And that's it, creators. You just seen how to set up melee attack and idle animation using blend pose in Unreal Engine. If this video has been helpful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification so you don't miss out on my future tutorials. As always, stay inspired and keep creating.